Hey there guys, it's about time that I finish off my review of the Ukrainian 24-hour ration. Now I've got here the remainder of the pouch, the dinner and lunch portions. Not really sure which is which at this point. It's been quite a while. But, I mean, obviously, if you look at the items here, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, you got the same 2 packages of crackers, you got the same package of honey, pouch of sugar, tea bag, wet wipe. That's pretty much it. So I'm not going to bother reviewing all 4 packages of these crackers. That would be kind of a waste of time. So we're going to take, this one. Well, that was kind of busted up. Let's go with this one here. And we're going to take these and put them off to the side. Now we don't need 2 packets of tea, so eliminate 1 of those. Don't need to wipe our hands twice. Honey, well, maybe we'll have both of those. I like honey. Obviously, we don't need 2 packages of sugar for 1 cup of tea. I don't think there's any real difference between these 2 packs of sugar, even though they're slightly different colors, but sugar. So that just leaves the mains here. So I really can't remember what's in these. We got kava. I'm not sure how that is pronounced. I know that is a buckwheat porridge sort of type thing. I'm not sure what this other word here is, but that's some sort. That'll be some sort of buckwheat and meat and, you know, sauce kind of thing. And if I remember correctly, this is some sort of canned meat. So we're going to heat these up. I'm not really going to show the process of heating these up. It's not that exciting. I'm just basically going to throw these into a pot of simmering water, let it sit there for a few minutes, take it out, and I'll be back. Alright, now we got our entrees heated up here. So I believe this was the canned breakfast meat or something along those lines. And then this is the porridge, the buckwheat porridge. So we got our crackers here. You know, exciting moment when we bust open the crackers. As before, it's got the nice little wrapper there to attempt, anyways, to keep them relatively intact. Fail. So the only thing remaining is, of course, our tea, which we'll just crack right open here. It's a tea bag. Exciting. Tea bag. So, pop that into some hot water there with our big old 30-gram package of sugar. There we go. Just give that a stir. Now, this did not come with any kind of creamer. I do prefer a little bit of milk in my tea. If I wanted to cheat, I could use one of these. This was from, I believe, a US ration. In fact, I'm almost certain it is. Anyways, I think I'll just stick with the way it's meant to be. Yep, that's pretty much it for prep here. Let's just get these lids off here. And these are rockin' hot. It definitely has an interesting aroma to it. Not sure how I feel about this one. It actually looks like it's not buckwheat, but instead it's rice. That's one solid clump of starch right there. It's got kind of a gelatinous quality to it. That's definitely rice. Now we'll get this one open. Try to get it open without making too much of a mess. It's definitely an oily one. Lots of liquid in there too. I'll just get that out on the plate. I currently have a cat doing laps around my feet, waiting for a sample. Aren't you? So, there we have it. Now, if I were to look at this from the standpoint of this being one meal, these two would actually seem to go together. You know, you got this rice here that once broken up could be a nice little base for this meat here. This actually reminds me a lot of the canned meat that came with the Russian ration, in that it's just like chunks of it was like braised beef maybe, or pork, not entirely sure, and the gravy with a lot of fat in it. And that, I think it bears pointing out that seems to be one of the big differences between sort of the European style rations versus North American style rations, in that a lot of the energy in the food seems to come from fat in these rations. I'm sure there's quite a bit of fat in this sort of gelatinous mass here, and there's a good quarter inch at least of fat on top of this. I mean, it wouldn't be difficult at all to get a spoonful of, you know, just fat. I'm sure it's delicious, and I'll find out in a moment. But it's just an interesting little comparison between North American and European palates. Also, there seems to be a lot of energy in the form of sugar with the fat. North American seems to be a lot more carbohydrate and protein laden instead of fat and sugar. But anyways, moving along. We're just going to give things a little bit of a taste here. I think I'll start off with the tea. Wow, that's sweet. That is a lot of sugar. But it is a decent tea. Definitely packs a punch of sugar. But, yeah, it's good. So, we'll, actually, let's wait for dessert for that. Let's bust into this, blob. So So we've got our rice porridge, I guess, if you want to call it that. Now, there wasn't any salt or pepper included in this package, so, I mean, we're just eating it as is. And this would be served at dinner time, or eaten at dinner time, so they don't even go together. So let's just give that a try. I'm not really a fan. I've mentioned a few times, used the word gelatinous a few times, and that's as good a description of the texture as it is of the, the general appearance. It just... There is no real separation between the individual grains of rice. It's all just one big blob. It's got this kind of vague meat-ish flavor to it. I mean, up at the top here, there is some sort of separation, but... To me, it seems like it was just rice cooked in this fat. Sort of, that they took some of these drippings and used it to cook the rice with. It's not offensive, but just really kind of boring. There's not much in the way of flavor, and the texture is just gross, to be honest. The texture is not enjoyable. Now let's check out this meat. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is probably pork, just because the translation that I got, it said something along the lines of breakfast meat. That's using Google Translate. So I'm guessing that this is some sort of ham or roast pork or something along that line, especially considering how much fat is in there. So we'll give that a try. Wow. Definitely pork, and definitely salty. Off the back of trying this out, this is just like a punch in the face. And that's in a good way. I would actually be willing to bet that if I were to take some of each... Yeah. The two together is definitely quite good. This alone, not so much. This alone, tastes good. But it's definitely a slap in the face as far as flavor is concerned. I'm gonna put some of this on a cracker just for the heck of it. Yeah, it's good. Now, I should mention that this has been sitting around outside of the overwrap for a while, and they have gotten a bit stale. Now, the packages of crackers are wrapped, but I don't think these plastic packages have a perfect seal. So these are a little bit stale, but still taste alright. Now we're gonna try out this honey. Got a little piece of cracker here. Now I'm not sure if this is intended to go on the crackers, or if you would just, directly into the mouth to get a burst of energy. But we'll give it a shot. It's good. Not the best honey that I've ever had. Definitely is, definitely crystallized. But that's not a deal breaker. Just try some of this by itself. Yeah, tastes like honey. It's really kind of hard to mess up honey. So, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about crackers or honey, and there is no real dessert. I guess you could consider the packet of honey as dessert. The rice, it's whatever. Just it is what it is. Some carbohydrates, a little bit more energy. Definitely the star of this tray is the pork, or whatever it happens to be here. It is quite tasty. A lot of salt, lots of flavor. I can imagine that these Ukrainian soldiers would see this as a welcome treat at the end of the day, after having to deal with, what, 4 packages of these crackers. I mean, like, this is basically your breakfast and lunch right here, plus a can of Jell-O, I guess, and a can of buckwheat porridge. After having that all day, this stuff, that would be a treat. Well, anyways, that's all I have to say about this ration. I'd just like to thank you for watching this video. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends. Again, thank you for watching this video, and remember, keep cooking with fire.